What up, what up, what up? Double M's, it's your boy Keys.
And it's your girl Mandy. Ow.
And we back.
With another video.
Yeah.
And this time we are doing some oxtails. We got some yellow rice, some yams. I got collard greens and Keys got green beans.
Yo.
So we're going to get into this what, baby?
Blessing session.
Let's do it.
Most loving and gracious Father, thank you for all your many blessings you bestowed upon us. Thank you for our friends and loved ones coming in to join us. It may be nourishing to our body. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
It's the recap.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all gonna get the 2 for 2.
The food is good though, which we knew it would be.
Y'all, I'm gonna say it like this and then I'm gonna take some back. These oxtails big.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little fatty though.
Yeah.
That look cut too good.
Mm-hmm.
You taste that?
What?
They cut them like that. Taste your yams. And they taste like what? The flat ones in the stove, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They alright.
We gonna know, y'all. If you call yourself soul food, I'm gonna know if you glory greens and all glory products. I'm gonna know if you really doing your sweet potatoes, right?
Well, I ain't gonna really know too much about your canned goods. I ain't buying them like that. But I'm gonna know it ain't authentic. You right about that part.
Because only reason why I know, when you're doing a big function, whether it's church or some kind of gathering or something, most people are not gonna take the time out to try to go get the greens, wash them, all that kind of stuff, and prepare them. Most are. I'm not saying everybody not gonna do it, but majority, if it's a big function, they're gonna try to do it the quick way because they don't want it. Yeah, it's too many people, and that's gonna be cost effective.
Time consuming too.
Yeah. So.
More than anything.
Yeah, but when you trying to authentic size candy yams or sweet potatoes, you know, candied yams are the same thing as sweet potatoes. They just done cooked in a different manner, but they both have cinnamon and brown sugar. Ask any of your old people, don't try to come for me and say, oh no they ain't. Then go look for a yam. It's gonna be a sweet potato. They're just called two different things depending on where you grew up at. Yam and sweet potato is the same thing.
Yeah, man, Sean.
But these aren't authentic. These are ones that come pre-packaged and flat. They just cut them like this and put extra cinnamon and brown sugar in their mixture. Just get up and do the extra work. That's what I say. It'll help. Yellow rice is regular yellow rice.
We ain't tripping, y'all. We already know in Georgia, we're eating real good. Real good. Real.
Here you got the center for it, but the
because
food
this
is
is Orlando. Like, you know, this is basically the Mecca town for the Spanish people. You know what I'm saying? Everything around here is basically catered to them. soul food restaurants will be few far in between in Orlando. Everything around here is based around Mexican. You want to get some good Mexican food, you can find it on every block. You know what I'm saying? This is their Atlanta. That's how I look at it.
So,
it's just what it is, y'all.
We ain't got no problem with that because we love Mexican food.
Yeah.
And all that.
But do you want it all the time? No.
And we love all our races.
Yeah, we just want, a little variety of food, but we respect the fact that, hey, Orlando is predominantly Spanish. And you can't help a business or an establishment coming to the town to cater to the majority. What I look like putting, 10, 20 soul food restaurants there, and the majority of the people that live there are Spanish. Probably know nothing about soul food, or probably, would love to try it, but eat it every day, no. Because you're going to eat what you're accustomed to,
Nope.
And that's just how it is. But, yeah, we love Mexican food, especially on tacos. Oh, my God. Mess some tacos up. That's like one of our favorite go-to meals, y'all. Like, we don't know what we want to eat. We're like, you want to make some tacos tonight? Nope. We love tacos, and I love authentic Mexican food. The food be so good. I love Puerto Rican food. They food be the bomb, especially when you catch them when they first open the doors. Ugh. And we found this little place called Havana, little Cuban restaurant off of Sand Lake, y'all, in Orlando. The bomb. They have the best desserts. The food is always fresh. It's just a good experience. So you have a little variety here. We gonna say no variety here, but soul food is very limited here, and you barely can find anybody that does it right. Because every soul food restaurant that we've had open up downtown, they closed down. Like, I believe there was one called Johnson's Diner or something like that. They had been around for years.
Back in the day.
Yeah, they closed down.
Woo.
Who else?
That thing filled to the brim. That thing hurt my wrist.
Oh, that food is heavy, ain't it? Plate heavy. I'm gonna eat some heavy plates, y'all. These are dinner plates.
I had to sit it down for a few minutes, y'all.
These are dinner plates, y'all. Y'all see all that? Oxtails, yellow rice and gravy, collard greens, candied yams.
I was gonna get something sweet, y'all, but I don't need that right now. So the candied yams gonna have to do.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be the sweet that we have.
That's it. That is it. I don't know what I just said.
That's it. That's all. What we said? What you said?
Before I think I said that is Smith.
Oh, you said that, I thought you said that's it. That's all. I'm like, okay, that's Smith. Okay. OMG. I don't know what you said either then. I was listening too slow. Yeah, but the food is okay. I always get collard greens when I get a plate of food. I always like collard greens. They're like my favorite. Collard greens. I love broccoli. I definitely love asparagus. I can do green beans. I like green beans too. But my go-to would definitely be, if I'm cooking at home, we like asparagus a lot more than anything else.
Yep.
We always cooking asparagus. Keys put them in the skillet, put a little side of olive oil, season them, and he slow cook them. OMG. And they still have that crunch, and they don't be too hard, but they be just right where he didn't cook out all the good nutrition from the vegetable.
Yeah, if you want to cut down the cooking process like that, grilling something, you just put them in the ice bath, something like that, and let them chill real quick
before you cook them. Yeah.
No, that's after you cook.
Oh, you mean after you cook them? Okay.
So they can stop cooking. You see when you cook vegetables.
Oh yeah, when you put them in that thing,
they start getting soggy or they get wrinkly.
I hate that.
They get wrinkly and they don't have that good crunch. If you don't steam them, and usually the old-fashioned steam way, you just use a colander and get a pot of water and put the colander over the pot and let the water steam up, and put the vegetables in the colander like that.
Yep.
And you're good. Other than that, better go to the freezer section and get the steamable plastic bag from the frozen section.
Some of the steamables they be selling.
And put it in.
How many of y'all be eating them steamable vegetables? Some of them be good when they have like the butter garlic seasoning on them and stuff like that. Some of them be okay.
Hey, quit fastening the hair, man. How you looking like a chef? Don't be
Sometimes
playing.
you have to do that though. You don't have time to be really cooking no
Ain't
meal.
no excuse right here why you can't look like a real cook. They done made it. Ain't no reason. Ain't no reason why you around here eating oodles and you eating that stuff because you want to.
What you playing up, baby?
I have to wait, man. That thing heavy. And y'all, oh man, it's heavy. Because when you go work out, the soreness comes after a couple of days. When you sitting here holding this thing up, this feel like a weight being held up. I think they can see me pretty good.
The yellow rice always good too. So how y'all doing today? Hope y'all eating something real good. Some real good food. Ain't nothing like a good meal, y'all. Good food, good vibes. That's how it's gotta be. Y'all, if y'all was here in Florida right now, these love bugs on the move all over the place. Flying over your car. And even all over you sometimes. Too much. That's the one thing I'm not gonna miss. The love bugs. I'm not even gonna miss this humidity either. It get too hot down here, y'all. You can't even wear certain hairstyles. Your stuff be falling as soon as you leave the salon. Too much. I see why everybody into lace wigs, honestly. Or wigs, period. Need it. Sun be on your head too hard, man. Think somebody put a flat iron up there. It get too hot here, y'all. Well, Keith wanted to talk to y'all about something. He brought up a topic before we start the video. Tell him what you was telling me about. He was telling me about when a man proposes to a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And she says no. What is that woman's responsibility? You know, going forward, letting that man know that, hey, this wasn't my intent. And what should he do? Should he wait until she's ready? Or should he just end the relationship after being told no? So you get on your knees, maybe in front of her whole family, or maybe in front of the public, and you ask this person to marry you, and they say no.
What's
That's a tough one, y'all.
Did he get the signals crossed on what she wanted? Because, you know, a lot of y'all young ladies, you know, you say guys procrastinate, and then when he do come through and ask that question, pop that question, he get no for an answer.
And I think it also depends too, like, if a woman was complaining about you procrastinating, and by the time you felt you were ready to do this, she was no longer interested in doing it.
But
So,
this is a different case where he's not procrastinating and he asks a question, but the woman denies.
well, he probably got his signals crossed. And most times when people ask that question, they've already been communicating with the person about marriage. There's already been a conversation about that. If you ask somebody to marry you and you haven't had a conversation about marriage or where the relationship is going, then you are gambling. You are taking a chance on that person telling you no, especially if they don't view the relationship. Sorry, y'all, the camera had went out. But if a man asks you to marry him and you guys have not had a discussion about the course of your relationship or where you feel your relationship is going, and you two have not come to an agreement that you guys see this relationship as something as long-term, then you are taking a gamble asking that woman to marry you if you are not sure about where the relationship is headed. Because, you know, it's one thing if it's one thing if you both have had the conversation before, but, you know, oh yeah, I would like to get married one day. Or if you had the conversation, yes, I want to marry you. Those are two different things. Yeah, one day I want to get married. Yes, I want to marry you. That's specific. I want to be married to you. Versus one day, I look to get married. I hope to get married one day. That could still mean just not necessarily you. So you have to be clear on what you two are talking about. I think it's very embarrassing if a man asks a woman to marry him and she says no. I think it damages him in some ways, and he probably, I don't know.
So what if they have talked about marriage and they have said yes, you know, marriage is in the future, or you know, however it is, and he waits, you know, and then he pops that question and she says no, because saying no lets you know, hey, I'm not ready yet, or I have some things that I need to,
or I have some reservations about this relationship, or it could be cold feet.
Yeah,
I'm not ready to really do this, you know.
Well, where's his standpoint then? Should he wait, or, you know, till she ready? And if he doesn't wait, does that make him not a good man because he didn't wait until she ready? You know,
that's a good question. You know, also too, if you really love a guy and you want to marry him, but right now you don't want to get married right away, you can still say yes to marrying him, but you can make the engagement a year out, you know, 12 months out, to see if, you know, this is the relationship you really want to be in. And if at that time or some time between those 12 months things are not panning out, you can sit down and have a conversation with this person. I know I said yes, I want to marry you, but, you know, during this engagement period, there have been things that have been very concerning to me, such as this or that, whatever it may be, you know, things like that. But to tell somebody no when they ask you, and you've been together for a while, I think you always knew you don't want to marry that person. You know, you knew.
Likewise, some men have certain situations like that, and they want to wait, but get the third degree about waiting, or they feel they're not ready yet, but they're a good person. They haven't you know, did anything wrong, but they just want to get themselves together. Oh well, you know, we've been together this many. Yeah, so when are you gonna get it together though? That will be a question that a woman would have to ask. Because if you've already been together so many years, it's okay to play house, but let's not get married. We didn't say years. I'm saying just the same as the opposite as that man. Oh, I thought you were saying like the person been together for a while. And that'll be the same thing if the man asks the woman and years pass by and they still not ready. Then he need to move on, yeah. You know, he need to move on, because if you're ready for something that your partner ain't ready to go to the next level, it's time to go. You know, you can't hold yourself back because somebody else ain't ready. That's even with a career. That's even with your career. If you got goals and dreams that you want to accomplish, you ain't going to hold yourself back from doing the things that you want to do that's going to help improve your life just because somebody that you with ain't ready. No. Sometimes the hardest thing you can do is love somebody from a distance. You know, hey, I got to get out of here because you holding me back. And sometimes we are with people that are holding us back. So you got to consider that too. You know, why this person not ready to get married? Are they in another relationship with somebody else? Are they seeing somebody else? Or do they have a work husband or a work wife? Because those things are real, y'all. There was a guy I worked with
Very nice young man. Had himself together fairly pretty well. He had been dating this girl for years. They had been together about 3.5 years. And he was going to ask her to marry him. He was always talking about her to me at work. You know, always asking me little different things about marriage because he's getting ready to ask his girlfriend to marry him. And it was just so weird because she told him that she needed space before he could even ask. She told him that she needed some space. They were living together. And she told me that she needed some space and some time away from him to really figure out what it is that she wants. Now, 3.5 years in a relationship, you don't know what you want. Sounds like an escape plan to me. But I didn't want to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt from it. Him asking me for the advice on it. As a woman, I felt like she was coming up with her escape plan. Well, come to find out, she posted about 7 months ago. That's about how long they had been broken up. She posted on Facebook her wedding ring. And she had gotten married to her coworker. And when he told me about it, and he showed me the Facebook post and everything like that, I know it was devastating to him. You know what I'm saying? He was really hurt because he had shut down a whole lot. Like, he wasn't talking as much anymore. So I knew something was wrong. And when he told me what was wrong and what had happened, I was like, wow, she all along knew that she wanted to be with the other guy. She was just waiting her time to make her exit. Because you can just meet this coworker at work and then just marry him. You had been having a relationship with this guy. Yeah, so what made it so hard for her not just be blunt and straight up and straight out? Hey, I ain't really feeling you like that. Oh, I know the first one that come in my mind. Oh, I really didn't want to hurt your feelings. But I'm gonna tell you what else I think it was too. I think it was she liked the stability that she got from the guy that I work with. I think she liked the stability, the fact that he was a go-getter, the fact that he had himself together financially, he could help her. I think she liked that about him. And she was trying to, like, you know how you be on the fence about things? Man, this guy over here move his hips the right way in bed. You know, he fun to be with. I like him. Oh, man, we have a good time together. But, man, it's so much stable over here with him. But he just so boring to me. But he's what's stable for me. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women that do that. They be weighing their options. I'm telling you, you know, he do this and he don't do that. You know, and I think that's what she was doing because she strung that thing along for so long. And then 7 months after y'all already had been broken up and he been trying to communicate with you, talk to you, she wouldn't even retake his calls. It was so bad. He was having to communicate to her different things about getting her belongings from his place and all that through her mom. Like, she wouldn't answer his calls more. Then the next thing he sees you on Facebook flaunting your wedding ring to much you got married to your coworker, whom he thought was just a friend, whom he had met, picking you up from work and everything. That is sad. That's like right now, I leave Keys, y'all, and he see me on Facebook, I'm getting married to my coworker who he's met several times. That's horrible. That is so disrespectful on so many levels. Till, I mean, it ain't even funny. I wouldn't even do nothing like that. It's like, just like, wow. Even if you weren't feeling a person, my question to y'all is, don't you still have a level of respect for them? I ain't got to be feeling you to have some respect for you. That's like right now, God forbid, I'm not feeling Keys anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I would still have great respect for Keys. Even if he wanted to leave me, I would have great respect for him. You know why? Because I know he's a good man. I know he has the potential to be even a better man in all areas and aspects of his life. I know this. I know he has it in him to do it. So the thing about it is, I could never be disrespectful. That's like right now, I come into $10 million tomorrow. Let's give you an example, $10 million tomorrow. I promise you I would get Keys 5 of it. I promise you I would. Just because I know the kind of man he is and I know what he's been for me and to me. And that's loyalty. That's loyalty. I would always have a level of loyalty and respect for him. I don't see how women can do stuff like that. I felt so bad for that boy when I was talking to him, for that man. I felt so bad for him in that moment when he was explaining to me what had happened, and I could hear the pain in his voice. You know how when a man's telling you something and he coming to you for his voice cracks, like you know he want to break down, but he trying to hold himself together. I felt that. And I was like, wow, she is trifling. And that's why I held back my true opinions about her, because I was like, man, he already hurting. I don't want to be saying too much more that's going to make him hurt even more. Like, she didn't care about you. I said, you know what? You know you a good man. I said, you a good man. You a rare breed. You are a rarity. Her, people like her everywhere. But people like you, you can't find them everywhere. So baby, when a real good woman come along and find you, when she cross paths with you, she gonna know what she got. You just ran across somebody who didn't know what they had. Her loss, not yours. Yep. And he said he felt better after talking to me because I had to build him back up. Like, don't let that break you down. That was 7 months ago. You gonna meet another woman who's gonna treat you right. She gonna be respectful to you, and she's gonna be ready to marry you. She gonna be ready. Don't let what happened here destroy who you are as a man. Because I hate that when good men get destroyed and then they come along and want to be like all the other men out there sleeping with multiple women, not really investing themselves in time and relationship because they've been hurt before. And I told them, don't let that.
This for the men, ladies.
Yeah.
Because y'all know y'all out here doing that. You out here doing it. You're out here doing that. You know, you trying to play both sides of the fence. You're straddling the fence. You on the seesaw by yourself. And then when matter of fact, you on the seesaw with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then you ready to jump off the seesaw and let them fall to the ground and hit hard.
And that's not how you want to handle things. You know what I'm saying? That's what really limits us on having really good men a lot of times too, because it could be a really good man and he get damaged by that one woman, and then he don't want to do right by nobody else.
He want to play.
He want to play. He don't want to invest no time and effort into a woman, because then he's looking at all the time he wasted in the previous relationship. So you don't want to go forward in that baggage. So I would say it is always good to have a conversation about marriage and where the course of the relationship is going. What do you want? You know, when Keys asked me to marry him, we already had been talking about marriage. We already had been talking about, okay, we've been together 6.5 years. It's time for us to take our relationship to the next level, and we want our relationship to be blessed by God. We want this union blessed.
And by taking it to the next level, do we mean all the way, full speed ahead, and no looking back? You know what I'm saying? Talking about everything, this, and this. Do we want to have
goals
kids?
For career, kids,
all
finances,
of that.
everything was discussed.
You gotta do that. Now, if you haven't discussed any of that beforehand, you probably need to take you need to rewind. Let me just say it the quick way. Rewind it all the way back and start that process again. And build the foundation to that point. Don't just start off marriage and then you ain't discussed the whole thing. You don't want the whole baggage that comes with the marriage.
That's why I was saying too. If a man asks a woman to marry him, or if a woman asks a man, or a woman asks another woman, or a man asks another man to marry them.
Because we're in them stages, we're at that age, that quote unquote time of age. Well, you have the women asking the men now, so.
And, you know, sometimes you have same-sex marriages. So, if you asking anybody to marry you, I don't care who it is. If you asking anybody to marry you and you haven't had a conversation about what you both see for this relationship or what this relationship is, if you both are not seeing it for what it really is, I'm thinking this is going to be long-term. You thinking this is a come-up? Because you got some people be in relationships because it's a come-up for them. Oh, you more financially stable. I can stack some bread. I can get myself together. I can get my career off the ground and be ready to go.
Make sure if you're that opposite person that the person trying to come up on. Now, if you don't mind, hey, don't listen to what we're saying.
Yeah.
But if you mind, red flags are there. You see this person.
Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. Because you're taking a gamble asking somebody to marry you and you're risking them telling you no. Simply because you didn't have a conversation. I remember working with a girl one time. Very, very pretty girl, but she didn't keep her hygiene up too well. Had hazel eyes, high yellow, very pretty. A lot of the guys at the job liked her, was trying to talk to her. Some had slept with her, was talking about how bad she stank. There was all kind of rumors going around about this girl at the job. But she got in a relationship with this one dude, and she was really into this one dude. She had a baby with him and everything. And she was working so much overtime. I mean, when I tell you overtime, she was working her behind off to put this guy through school, her baby daddy. Got him through school, got himself situated, you know, got a good paying job. I think he was doing like something in IT, computers and everything, software. So he got him a good job, working for like Microsoft or something, I think. And she came to work that day, you know, excited, telling us all about it. And, you know, what I found was even more crazy to me was that she was the one who went out to get a ring to try to ask him to marry her. And he told her no. He told her he wanted to take care of his kid, but he was never interested in getting married. But throughout the whole relationship, though, he was saying once he finished school, we're going to get married. We're going to do all this stuff. See, when somebody starts saying stuff like that, once I finish school, then we'll get married. But I'm already taking care of you like we're in a marriage. I'm paying for your school. I'm paying all the bills by myself, making sure that you can just focus on school. And you tell me then, I would have cut it loose then. Yeah. You get through school on your own, and I'd wait for my child support checks on the other end. Yeah,
I need to.
Because I promise you, I told her this. I said this. She said, be honest with me. I said, you want my real honest opinion? I said, because everybody can't handle people being real with them. I said, you want me to be real with you right now? I said, real with you right now. I said, he using you. I said, because why all the trickery and the BS about when I finish school? Why not y'all? Why y'all can't get married now? Y'all got a baby together already. You good enough to have his child, but you're not good enough to wear his last name. Plus, y'all already been together 4 years, and you paying for him to get through school, and you done showed that you got his back. You done showed that you gonna be there for him. You already doing that right now. Yeah, so why you not good enough? You doing everything right now.
she buying everything. She keeping them right. She throwing up. They got a kid, so you know she throwing up the peace sign.
Right.
You know what? We PG-13 now, so y'all know what throwing up the peace sign means.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, that's just what she doing. They doing the time out.
Get out of here. Sick self.
Now, y'all know.
But think about it, y'all. But think about it. You know, I'm like, he using you, and she was like, she was upset or whatever, and she thought about that for a minute. And, she had a conversation with him. Oh, don't be listening to them people. Don't be listening to nobody who in your ear, but don't be listening to nobody. They lying. No, you don't want nobody in her ear because you don't want nobody hip to your game. Because you're trying to get through school. You're trying to finish everything through without any complications.
And that ain't even no hip to the game. Yeah. That's so grade school. You just allowing yourself to be used and hoping for different conditions. A different turnout.
But I don't know what the 4 years their relationship was like. Like, I don't know if he was taking care of her at one time and now she's turning his favor because he's going to school. I don't know what the whole relationship was, but they was together 4 years prior to him going to school. And once he finished that IT program and got that job with one of these big companies like Microsoft, it was like, he told her straight up, he said, she asked him to marry her. That was crazy to me. And he told her no. He told her no. He said he was never interested in being married. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you already knew this man wasn't trying to marry you. He told you, oh, let me finish school. But we got a baby together. I'm already showing you that I got your back and that I'm loyal. That I'm the kind of woman you could marry. I'm paying all the bills. I'm working so much overtime to help you get through school, paying some of your tuition because financial aid is not even enough. And you got the audacity to tell me after I finish school, but we got a baby together? He never had any plans on marrying that girl. He never had any plans on being with her like that. He was using her to get through school. And that's why I said, if you don't have a conversation with people and you don't watch the behavior of people and peep game, you're gonna find yourself getting used. And if you allow yourself to go through that when you know better and you don't do better, then that's on you. Don't get mad because they told you no, because you always knew the no was coming. Sometimes I think people ask people to marry them in hopes that in the moment they'll say yes. I'm not looking for something right now. I'm looking for something long term. That's what this generation is so messed up. This is why this generation is so messed up, because we always looking for the right now, and we're not looking far ahead.
And when she say right now, fellas, I'm giving y'all a challenge. The next person you meet, I'm talking to the ones that's not, you don't have nobody. If you with somebody right now, this is not for you, because I'm not in that type of game. This is for the ones that sees a young lady and you ready to strike. Now, the ready to strike is we keeping it short, blank, and simple. You finna walk up to this girl. If you ready to strike because you see a big booty and she look good, and I'm ready to tamper with that. I'm ready to open up that snack, eat what's in the bag, and then let her throw the bag on the ground. Now this is for the guys that wanna do good. If you're looking at that young lady and you ready to strike and you say, man, how can I add value to that young lady's life? How can me and her come up together? How can me and her, you know, build a future, build a foundation together and start a family and build a empire, some success, and both of us be okay till it's time for the Lord to carry us home, then you're in the right spot. Y'all can hold those conversations and everything's gonna be good, you know.
And you're gonna be able to tell if somebody is looking to be married or looking to be what you like. And you're gonna be able to tell when somebody really got your back and care about you. And when a man know you got his back, or a woman know you got her back, then you know. Because I've done some things early on in our relationship that Keys was like, man, you know, that was like a defining moment for me. Like, I knew you had my back. I knew you was somebody that you would always be there for me. You know what I'm saying?
And God lets you see that. The universe, however you want, higher power, allows you to see that, and then for you to just let it go through your hands like mud. Yeah,
that's messed up. You got to hold on to those moments, and you got to keep that in your mind and your heart. Like, wow, this person really do got my back. This person really love me. There's a lot of people who don't lost out on good relationships because of minute things.
I want to know, how many of y'all missed out on some good relationships because y'all had your own way.
Yeah, your own way.
Y'all had other intentions.
Yeah, other intentions. Or you're out there, you want to be in the club all the time. You don't want to be tied down to nobody. But now you older, more mature now, and you're having a hard time getting somebody to want to be tied down to you a lot of times.
You missed out on the good one, and then you ended up with Roscoe. How many of y'all got some Roscoes in y'all life?
Why Roscoe ain't no good man? Why you do Roscoe like that? Any Roscoe's out there that's a good man, get in the comments and help him get them together, okay?
Roscoe, I meant Jerome. Jerome in the house.
Hey, it's some good Jeromes out there. My brother name's Jerome. My dad's name was Jerome.
We ain't talking about the middle names. We talking about the first name.
That's still their name, Jerome. Don't do Jeromes like that.
Jeromes that look like the Martin. on Martin in the show.
Look at the white shoe. Hey, I love Martin, man.
But anyway, let us know if you missed out on a good one. Because we always do the women. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if you out there, and don't be scared, get down in the comments. This woman said no and cast you to the swine, and then you end up with one you got blessed with that's fine as wine. Come on. Y'all comment too. Women, don't be scared if you let one get away because you wanted to be with your devishment.
You devilish me.
Or you just, I don't think it was time yet, and now you're trying to reach back and try to find that dude, but he done moved on, and they got a beautiful thing going on right now.
Yeah, because I had an ex-boyfriend try to call me when I first met Keys, and he was trying to say like, oh, I know I messed up, you know, I would love to come there and, you know, work on things. I said I met somebody. I done met somebody.
and see that, and see that sound kind of backwards, because I wouldn't do that. I would be like, hey, I'm gonna send send a ticket out, plane ticket.
Where they were at, they know I wasn't coming there. They know I wasn't coming there.
Well, I'm just saying, even if this guy's saying he can come there and I can stay with you, it's still backwards.
No, but he was just kind of like letting me know that he lost out on a good thing, and I was letting him know basically on that phone call that regardless of you, regardless of your loss, I'm not dealing with you ever again.
And when was this?
When I first met you.
Oh.
First met you. It was like
I don't recall that phone call.
Well, you weren't the one calling me. You weren't the one calling me. When you was calling to come back. You didn't know me then.
Was I there? Oh, that's one of them calls. That's one of them calls when you walk out the room. Oh, this You know, this might be the job.
Listen,
This the
I
job.
had just really met Keys at work and everything, and this was like gonna be our first time meeting
My
each
throat
other.
getting parched.
Whatever. He is so jealous. He want to be the only one. He want. If I could go back and erase my past, he would tell me to erase it right now.
Not with no number 2 eraser. Get a hole in the paper.
This boy gets so jealous. I love it though, baby. I love it.
Ain't
But
nobody jealous.
you sure ain't got no reason to be. You got the girl. Listen, so me and Keys had just planned to meet each other in person. He's gonna be coming over to my house to see me. But he had a CPR plan.
Y'all see how these stories come up like, wow, when was that story?
I told you about this.
It's almost summertime and it smells more fresher in here than it do outside. Smell like summertime in here.
Anyways, I got your number from one of your family members. And I said, listen, you can't be calling me. I said, you can't be calling me. You can't be calling me. And he even told me how different I was. Like, oh, you so different, it seemed like on the phone. But honestly, the dude was telling me how he lost it on a good thing. And he was like, man, I would just love to come there and see you. And I'm like, no. I said, no. I said, no. I said, I'm actually seeing somebody. You know, I just met them, but they're coming over today to see me. And I'm not going to be talking to nobody else while he's here. But that's for sure. And I just
well, good thing she was talking to him then. Yeah.
Well, you want my man. You want my man yet. I was getting the feel you out.
I was there, but
you was coming to me.
I talk to you right now.
You know what? You little jealous thing.
I ain't gonna talk to him when he talk to you when he get here, but I talk to you right now.
You know what? You know the difference is for me and Keys. I don't mind telling y'all this stuff. Keys don't want to talk about them little whoremongers who be at him trying to get at him. He don't like talking about that kind of stuff.
Cause I ain't gonna talk to no.
He know he done dealt with it before. You know what I mean? Women who be trying to talk to you and know you got a woman and don't care.
It only work if you talk back.
Yeah, but still,
if I ain't talking, then it don't make no sense to tell about nothing. Cause I'll make you feel like you unwanted.
Get out of here.
Just don't step to me, cause you're a figment of my imagination.
Whatever. But y'all, you know, sometimes people, you know, years later, you know, either going through something or trying to manipulate their way back in your life, don't fall for the okie doke. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. You got some people who they realize they lost a good thing, but they were never a good thing for you in the first place.
And what good thing you talking about? Because please don't say the emoji, because
no.
You just say you got blessed because you got to go and move in the other direction. You was blessed. That fish got away.
That's right. Yeah. Don't be fooled, because like I said, somebody know how to move their hips a certain way. So you think you in love and you really caught up in lust, because everybody who make you feel good ain't good for you. You know, they don't handle their finances properly, don't like to work, you know, don't treat you right. You can't be tolerant. You can't be tolerant. The less tolerant we are of people and their BS, the more likely people will either get themselves together or the right person will come along. You know, if you stay by yourself and wait for the right person to come along. Sometimes we trying to force things in our life with people, and it's just not even gonna work. It's not worth it. It's not worth asking them to marry us. It's not worth wasting more time with them when you know they're not right for you. You know they're not right for you. But, you know, it's like Tyler Perry said one time, you know, not even, what did Tyler Perry say? Some people just say, you know, some people just happy to say they got a man. Oh. They'll accept anything to say they just so happy to say they got a man. And Betty Wright said it too. Well, I'm going to take what I got and work with it. No, I'm not going to take what I got and work with it.
You know, taking what you got and work with it is like trying to put one of them nuts on the back of a screw and it gets stripped. and you still trying to force it on them.
And it won't go. And it won't go because when something just ain't right, it just won't work sometimes.
Or y'all remember those little toys when you was young? I had the star, the circle, the square, the triangle, a hexagon, and you try to put the hexagon where the rectangle go or the circle go, and it won't fit. It won't go in there. That's what y'all be doing, trying to force stuff.
Yeah, you can't force anything, and you can't think because you ask somebody to marry you just because.
Y'all, we in here doing this mukbang, and Mandy camera got too hot.
Yeah, my phone got too hot, y'all.
We had to switch it up. So, yeah, y'all, you know, just know what you're dealing with when you're looking for somebody or you're waiting on someone and you ready to make that move. Yeah. You know, but
be confident before you ask that question.
Be truly confident. And when she's saying confident, be willing to accept the yes, and then be willing to accept if they say no, and already know what your move gonna be when they say that.
I would say when being confident, no, I would say be confident in what you know about your relationship. Like, be confident that you know that this is what this person wants as well. Because I would hate for that day when me and Keys was helping his niece move into her place, and we was in Boston. It was hot as I don't know what out there though.
And it was. And most people say to me, "Well, you know, that's that romantic." But it was spur of the moment. It was the time that was for me. It came over me. She didn't know. Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good. But
I would have hated for him to do that out there while we moving stuff and moving around. I would have said no. That'd have been too much. But he knew that that's what I wanted anyway. So it felt good. He felt confident. I mean, he was still nervous, but he felt good about doing it because he knew that I loved him the way he loved me. And that's what I'm talking about. You need to know that the person that you're asking to marry you really wants that too.
Yeah, that they have the same understanding.
Same intentions and all.
The same feelings that you got to move forward in that direction.
That's right.
Man, that's a hurtful feeling,
man. That is. Somebody tell you, you know, no, I'm not ready to be married, but you want to play house and be here and living with me, and we living together, we doing everything like married people, but you don't want to wear my last name, you don't want to make it official. And I know some people say, hey, I'd rather not get married. I feel like when you get married, things change. Things only change as you make it change, because your mindset about marriage has changed the dynamics of the relationship.
And I know people, women and men, that done said, like, you know, wearing that title or wearing a ring doesn't, you know, really matter. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know. But
it is what it is. Marriage is what it is for you because what you think of marriage.
Yeah.
So if it's not sacred, it's not a bond, it's not something that you hold at a high importance in your life, then guess what? Marriage ain't going to mean much to you. But for those that it means something to, this is why we're still what? Married. Yeah. Because it means something.
Yeah, and
it's important to us.
I think too, and it's just my perception, and we're gonna let y'all go. You know, if you had those feelings, those thoughts when you was young about how marriage would be and what your intentions was when you got older, and the things that you saw, whether you seen your parents, other people, or on TV, a favorite TV show, stuff like that, and the people show a good marriage, then you're gonna try to work with that person to make things work and be with them, because both of y'all having a good heart, you know, and
it's all about what you value. And if you don't value something, then it has little effect on your life.
Yeah.
If you value it, then it affects you if it doesn't work out or things are going wrong. You value that relationship. You value honoring your marriage. I value and honor marriage. I do. That's just me. I've been raised to do those things. I've been raised to believe that way. Do I feel like all traditions of marriage is, you know, gotta be a certain way? No, I do not. However, I do respect my husband. I do love being married, and I don't seek to have other relationships. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything out there.
That's saying people work on what's important to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all hold value to the things that are important to you.
And if marriage is not one of them, then you're always going to find yourself having issues in your relationship, or you know, seeking other relationships outside your marriage because you're not fulfilled in your marriage, because it's not really the person, the idea of marriage. It don't mean a whole lot.
That's right.
And some people, there ain't nobody judging you. Just some people just like that. They don't really care to be committed or in a monogamous relationship with somebody. I mean, for me, that's what I want. Somebody else might be like, hey, you know, I know people that are married that like to invite other people into their marriage. I would never be down for nothing like that, but hey.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much.
No, I couldn't do that.
Hey, y'all, let us know in the comments. We nosy like that.
And if you've ever asked somebody to marry you and they told you no, we want to know that too.
Yeah, get down there.
And what did you do?
Hey, and if you was one of the persons that somebody said no to, get down there. Don't be scared.
Boy, hush.
Don't be scared. Come on, man. Don't do it like that. Man up.
And if you told somebody no, y'all, you told somebody no, or somebody told you no, we want to know.
Get on down there. Holla at your boy.
Holla at your girl.
Go on. Share the
videos. Ain't gonna hurt nothing to share nothing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel.
And hit that notification bell. Bing! So you can be notified of all the content, all the videos that we have in store for you. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Double M Kingdom. You know we love y'all. Until the next video.
Bye.
Later.